Let's talk about the significance of mutations. Since mutations change the code of DNA, they could have an impact on the protein that the sequence codes for. For example, a frameshift mutation, such as a deletion or insertion of a base, can cause a significant impact by causing the loss of one or more amino acids in a protein sequence. Here in the graphic, we can see a deletion that causes an early stop to translation. The effects of mutations can be categorized in three ways. Silent mutations are mutations that cause a change in the sequence of DNA, but it still codes for the original amino acids, resulting in no change to the protein. It is silent because it may never be noticed since there is no change to the protein being expressed. In this graphic, we can see that a base changed, but the amino acid did not. So the C was substituted with a T, and it did change your codon, but it still codes for the same amino acid. Missense mutations are when the mutation causes the codon to code for a different amino acid. This can change the structure of the protein. Think about a missense being a mess up. Here we can see that the change to the DNA sequence changed the codon and the amino acid. So here we can see that changing from a GAA to a GAC completely changes the amino acid that codon codes for. Nonsense mutations are mutations that cause protein synthesis to stop prematurely or end early. A stop codon causes translation to end rather than continuing to produce the correct protein. Think about how nonsense means nothing. Here we can see this stops translation and stops making the protein. Sometimes mutations that are acquired during an organism's lifetime can be passed on to their offspring. However, if the mutation is in a somatic cell or a body cell, the mutation has a 0% chance of being passed on to offspring. This means that someone who develops skin cancer due to a mutation caused by UV damage will not pass their skin cancer onto their offspring. Only mutations in gametes, sex cells such as sperm cells or egg cells, have a chance of being passed on to offspring. This is what leads to genetic variation over time. Use the saying, mutations in gametes affect future offspring, or MIGAFO, to remember that only mutations in gametes have a chance to be passed on to the next generation. Add this acronym to the top box of your notes.